And here's some more flats of plants that we're going to set out in the garden today. We have more dwarf curly kale, more red Russian kale, more scarlet kale, and some Brussels sprouts. And this flat is spinach. And over here, this is, it says Chinese cabbage. I'll have to check with Alan and see if that's correct. But boy, they're pretty plants. These are gorgeous. So we're going to set all these out now. Hi, this is Leah at Backyard Homestead in Starkville, Mississippi, Zone 7B, and it is Sunday, November 26th, and just got finished planting everything in the aquaponics system, changing out the plants, and then we took all the remaining plants and planted them in the garden. And so I had a pretty good, productive afternoon. Just do a little garden update. Al's watering in the plants we planted. That over here is dwarf curly kale on this end. Dwarf curly kale, and we planted some cabbage on the end. Finished out the row with cabbage. This is the red Russian kale. So we planted this entire row in red Russian kale and finished out on the very end with some cabbage. This is our older plantings. These are our older plantings of cauliflower in the middle. Cauliflower's heading on these tiny plants. It's kind of funny. Be eager to see what this does. Almost every plant has a head. Over here is the scarlet kale. And we planted this entire row in scarlet kale with cabbage on the end. Then this is broccoli starting to come on. This entire patch over here is broccoli in front of the strawberries. And I cleaned out the chicken coop and put the hay down around the broccoli. And then we've been able to start some fires over the holiday, so I cleaned out the fireplace and put the ashes down out of the fireplace around the broccoli. This is, I don't know what this is. Looks like Brussels sprouts. Yeah, these are Brussels sprouts on this row. And in the middle row is Swiss chard. And on the outside, let's get down here where the tags are, because I don't know. Bok choy. Bok choy in this outside row. This little patch, Chinese cabbage. Alan's about to water me. More Brussels sprouts here. Black-seeded Simpson over here. Our bed of green onions over there. What is this newly planted? Turnips. Turnips over here, just starting to come up. Got a good stand of those. Right, I'm going to swing over here, show you the other area we planted. This bed, starting to get some pretty radishes. Let me get down in here where I can show you some. Well, look how pretty. Pretty radishes ready to pick. Waiting on some lettuce to get ready so we can have a salad. Pretty radishy stuff. Nice ones. These are pink beauties. Carrots in the middle, not doing diddly. Then more radishes on the end. Lettuce, we have red romaine, black-seeded Simpson, and I showed you our patch earlier of the Lola Rosa that's gotten killed back by the cold. Everything else looks like it's doing well. I'm not going to show you everything. I'm going to make this quick, but we've got some pretty of the I think they're sugar snaps. Some kind of sugar snap pea, and they're starting to bloom and look really nice. A row of cauliflower, another row of bok choy, These are tender green mustards just starting to come up. These are Oregon sugar pods we just planted, and they're just starting to come up. You can see the little hooks. So hopefully they'll be able to get up and get going. Another patch of mustards starting to come on. Another patch of turnips starting to come on. More red romaine. More broccoli. And then this is where we set out more stuff today. This is dwarf curly leaf, red Russian kale, set out 2 little rows of spinach. This is scarlet kale. Here's another patch of cauliflower. Bless its heart, it's trying to head, and it's about 3 inches tall. So I don't have real big expectations for this batch, but we're letting it go and see what she does. This is 2 rows of Chinese cabbage. Pretty healthy plants. A row of collards, waiting on to get big enough to eat a miss. Missed some collards. More collards. More Chinese cabbage. Chinese cabbage. And a row of garlic. I need to get out here and weed this. Got garlic planted in the holes in the cinder blocks. Waiting on the asparagus to die back to clean it out, and then we'll plant something on top of where it is. And I believe that's all. One lonely zinnia holding out. And that is it for today. Alright, thanks for watching.